Hey everybody, we're here at Cornhucket at the Nowhere compound, and there's somebody here that I've never actually really fully had the chance to have a conversation with, and I know you're gonna know who he is. Tech rider, Joe Battaglia. Joey Bags.
What's going on, guys?
So what I wanted to talk with him about today, and this can stem to wherever it goes, but to start the conversation, I wanted to talk about the fact that I don't want to say older, because I feel like the definition of older has changed in BMX, but you're not 20 years old, 18 years old, 17 even, whatever it is, going and pushing for a career in BMX. And I think it's amazing to see that you're 34 years old now and you made it happen. And I kind of just wanted to get your insight on that side of things.
I honestly, the best way I can give my input, if you will, is I just live and breathe BMX, and I've always just, as you say, stemmed from, I guess, just pushing the limit and thinking outside of the box, I ride everything, I can do everything. I just try to, focus on the things that I'm doing and stick out like a sore thumb. And, it's doing me, I guess, well. I just love doing what I do. And, there's already a Logan Martin, there's already a Brant Moore, there's already, Carl Hinckley. I just let there be a Joey Bags, be different, stick out. And I just, I'm thankful for, I guess, pushing the limit the way I am. And here we are today, 34 years young and still doing it, thankfully.
Yeah, man. I mean, and you hit on a very, very important thing in the whole BMX world and just life in general, just being yourself. And I think that what you've done is position yourself to be the best you that there can be. And
yeah, 100%, man. It's like that. I wouldn't have said it any better. I'm just trying to be the best me possible, and let there be me, a Joe Battaglia, a Joey Bags. And a lot of my riding literally just in the beginning time and still now stemmed from Doyle, Bennett, and watching dudes like you. And I honestly a lot of my lines that I think up don't even come from riding. I watch a lot of rollerblade edits, and that's I go off of the creativity in that, and I'm like, well, dude, they have a unique style, and that's what I want is a unique style. Mm-hmm. Again, stick out like a sore thumb, think outside of the box.
Everybody says that, but I feel that by just being yourself the way you are, it is thinking outside of the box, because you're the only exactly. Joe Battaglia out there. Right.
And likewise, dude, you're the only brand. No one rides like you either. It's incredible, and I love that. It's more motivation to see I'm not crapping on anybody in the BMX industry, but there's a lot of riders that ride the same, street way or the same parky way, and that stuff's all gnarly, but there's no unique you in a lot of riders nowadays. Mm-hmm. It's refreshing to see riders like yourself and a lot of other riders. I can't think of typical names off the top of my head, but I look for creativity and I look for something different in people. A lot of riding now is this, or some crazy nose manual tech line on the street, which is, like I said, I'm not shitting on it. Sorry for swearing.
It's all amazing. You're fine.
Yeah, it's all amazing. It's just
that's not Joey Battaglia. It's not
me.
You.
It's not Brant. It's not it's not unique. It's not the. I mean, there's a unique form to their riding, but there's
the people at the very, very tip top of it are unique.
Yeah, absolutely, man. A lot of it is.
And there are people, and those actually, I'll say, those people who are at the very, very tip top, it is them, and that's why they got to where they're at, because it was them. But it also can't be overlooked. the amount that you have pushed certain sides of tech, I mean, there's no denying, Joe, that you have done more 7 canes and more like 900 taps. You did the first 1260 tap ever with no hops. Also the first 900 cane. Like, so you are pushing, like you're being the best you, and then you're also progressing and pushing a side of BMX that is you. So it's like, that's deserved.
That's I really appreciate that. Those words, you know, I love hearing that, especially from you. You're a great dude and you're an amazing rider. That's really all I want to do. Is like I want to just go out, I have fun, but I also want to push the limit, you know, my limit and the limit of tech, the limit of style. I just want to be, you know, I want to keep it going. With this age thing, like I don't look at it with like, oh, I'm getting old. I look at it as like I'm becoming a better seasoning. You know what I mean? Like
aging.
The finest butter, the finest olive oil, and I'm just like, I'm rolling with it, and I love it, man. Like it's smooth sailing. You know, like outside of like certain injuries and you know certain life events, I'm definitely pushing the limit the best way I can.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would say, and just through this conversation, that you're not thinking about your age when we're talking about this, because like me, BMX is your entire life. And when it is that, like, yeah, you may have like, you know, had ambitions to get to where you're at, but like at the same time, because BMX is your entire life, it's not like it's a job you're going out there. You know, you're just being you, and you found it.
Yeah, literally. And BMX is 100% my whole life, and I'm super grateful to have the support. You know, like the support I have throughout my entire following and the BMX industry. I'm beyond grateful to have the support from my amazing sponsors and my amazing fiance. Like I'm definitely very, very, very honored and thankful for everything, you know, like.
Yeah. And it all just like, obviously the fiance thing doesn't come, actually, you know what? Maybe it does. It comes from you just being yourself in an authentic way. And you're showing, I think it's a great example to other people that like, you don't have to be exactly the same as somebody else, because it is possible through just pushing who you are as far as it's possibly. I have a saying I've said for a long time: to find what you do best and do it better than anyone else.
Exactly.
And there's a great representation in you.
Exactly, dude. That's how I look at it. Like, this tech thing. I mean, I don't even know how I would consider myself as a bike rider, besides a bike rider. You know, I don't station it as strictly tech, because I ride everything. Like I ride street, I ride dirt when, you know, the chance is there. I ride park. I love it all. And I mean, if I had a flatline bike, I would definitely be playing with that. But honestly, like BMX is the full-time thing. BMX and also being, you know, a fiance and a dad. It's like it's all work to me, and this is all I do. It's fantastic, you know, like. The step can keep me busy. My mind while on my bike keeps me busy, and you know, like watching, you know, certain riders like that right there just makes me, you know, it fuels my my inner ambition to get out there and do something gnarly. You know, like
absolutely.
Like talking about this right now, I actually want to go do something I have in my mind. So
we will definitely make that happen. You mentioned something though that I do think is really important to hit on, is about the sobriety side and how it related to BMX for you.
100%. Like with BMX, as a lot of people know, like the territory of drinking and, you know, going out and partying after events, or just after riding a long day, you want to celebrate and have a drink, and that's how I was. But I was taking it really far, and I've been wording it this way. I was really good at drinking, so I had to step off that, and we are now 2 years sober of alcohol, you know, and I feel way better, you know, like plant-based diet, being off the sauce, and not feeling like I'm dying from being hungover. Like I have all the energy in the world, and it's just it's been nonstop go time since the day I stopped. Like even when I was drinking, it was go time, but I feel way more focused on my riding now that I'm off alcohol, and it's the best thing that the fiance and I could have done. Like it's fantastic to be away from that devil. Like it was fun, man, but you know, enough's enough. I'm like we said, I'm 34. I'm not getting any younger, and the more and more I age, the more and more the hangovers just got way out of control. Like I'd feel way more dustier each time. And if I didn't correct it in the morning with a shot, I was like, you know, if I didn't sweat it all out, like after riding, I was just dust the whole day. So, you know, again, man, like sober me is the best me, and where I'm at, I'm stoked, you know?
Yeah. I think
you're sober too, right? If you do.
Yeah, if people don't know, I've never drank, smoked, done anything in my entire life. And I don't claim like that straight edge title.
Right.
It's just, it's something that I recognize from a very young age that like, if you do that, you are not in full control of you.
Right.
And I always wanted to be in full control of me. And I also recognized that like partying and doing all of that takes you away from the BMX side. And that was before. Maybe it would, I don't know if it would have been different or not if I realized that partying and BMX went hand in hand. But what it was for me, it was like I realized partying took away from riding.
Yeah.
And all I want to do is ride my bike, and I don't want to do anything. I don't even like doing other like activities that could hurt me and take me away from my riding my bike. So yeah, I'm kind of similar.
Yeah, man, it's like besides BMX, like I grew up also in like the MMA world. Like, you know, like I grew up like in multiple different types of, you know, karate, Muay Thai, and all that other, you know,
mixed martial arts.
Mixed martial arts. Just to, you know, have a background of knowing how to. That's how my dad brought me up, and you know, I took that away because I was really good at that, and I told my dad I'd rather spend my time getting hurt on a bike. And shortly thereafter, I started traveling and making money off of it. And Dad's been supportive, you know, like rest his soul. Like, dude, you know, thank you to Chuck for being the guy he was. It was an absolute pleasure to call that man father. So.
Yeah, dude. I wanted to say too, and when we were talking that. Looking at where you're at, even compared to a couple years ago, I think you've pushed not only the riding, but also like that thing's annoying, I know.
Yeah,
but
I thought it was a ghost.
but also where you're at with the riding career, like further than ever. And it's amazing to see. And I think because you don't look at it like age is a limiting factor, and you're just trying to be your best you and do the craziest stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
It's given you a place in BMX, I think.
Yeah. BMX in its whole, you know, like I say this all the time, like everyone, even if you're outside of BMX, like I consider you like family. Like this is, you know, we're all doing the same thing. We're sharing a deck with each other, or we're out there like roaming the streets like Groms. Like it's family, you know, and that's the best way I can explain it. I'm sure it's been explained the same way by many, many other people, but this is like, it's the best family you could ask for. Is like, it's creating a new brother or a new sister, you know, anything. Like, it's just, it's a great way to form and reconnect with people, you know, people you haven't seen forever, you know, new people. It's just amazing.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
And so being 34, riding for Colony and all this stuff, like what do we have? What do you have to look forward to? And you don't have to talk about anything that's not allowed to be talked about yet, but like you got some awesome stuff going on.
There's some things definitely in the works with Colony, like, you know, obviously like getting out or getting down to Australia for sure, like doing some filming out there with Coops and spending some time out there, and you know, there's some other projects in the works that hopefully become live real soon. So, I guess keep your eyes peeled with that. And I'm just, I'm gonna continue to try to up the ante with everything I do, like on the bike, off the bike. I'm just gonna keep trying to be better me, and producing. I film every day. Like I literally take 2 days off my bike a week, if that. Like the wife gets kind of salty about that, but she's been with me long enough to understand that this is what I fucking do. So, and she's obviously 99% of the time, she's the one who's following me around, filming me or going on these trips with me. And it's like, again, I'm grateful to have a partner like that. I'm sure you're the same way, dude. Like
exact same way.
Victoria and you are just like her and I. We're sewn to each other's sides, And like, it's amazing, man. To have the support in the industry and the support outside / in the industry at the homestead, where she's phenomenal at filming. She's phenomenal at everything she does. It's just, more family I've created. And again, I kind of through BMX, I met her through Snapchat and it's, been great since then. It's amazing, man.
Yeah, and I think through like just this conversation, it shows that there are other avenues that you can make it in the BMX world, besides just the same thing that you see every day from people, and it shows that you don't have to be like everybody else.
Right.
You don't even have to be like anybody else, and it can work out, and it doesn't matter. Age is a number. I mean, Chris Doyle just got put on S&M at whatever age he's at. He's obviously a legend, but with that and just you being 34 on, Colony Pro, right?
Colony Pro, Dan's Comp Pro.
Like literally, it just shows that like the only limit is how much you're willing to put in.
You're the limit. You push the limit. Like again, like how Brant and I are saying it. Like go out, be the best you. Push your fear to the next level. Like go out and do what you've been thinking about. Don't talk about it. Be about it. That's. I'm sure that's how you live. That's how I live. If there's something up here and I want to get it done, I don't care how cold it is or rainy. Like, thankfully I have the indoor, you have the indoor, but I'm going to go out and get it done.
Right.
And I'm sure you're the same way. It's like, if it's in there tickling your brain, you just go do it.
It's just that thing in your head that tells you that you have to do it.
Right.
There's no like reason that you have to do it in your head.
When you're at this part of the cliff and you're looking out, the way I look at it, if you're like cliff jumping, don't count to 3. Just go. Do it. Like, yeah, you may get hurt, but it's part of the learning curve. Like we're not playing with pillows. Sometimes we do. We jump on them.
But you're absolutely right. And if anybody takes anything away from this, it's just like the only limit is yourself and what you're willing to put into it. And being the best you that you can be will get you more gratification toward yourself and further in a way that will make you feel better than ever trying to be like anybody else.
Yeah, 100%, man. Just go out, be you, push your limit, toy with your inner emotions and just drop in, like make what you want to do happen.
Yep.
And I get it. A lot of people have a hard time battling that fear, but you're never promised tomorrow. Just go out and rip it, have some fun, and live your life.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
So this is the part where we do who you're shouting out. I know you talked a little bit. Let's get specific so we can.
I definitely want to shout out you for doing this, for sure. I appreciate it. I appreciate you as a friend. You're an awesome dude. I want to shout out Clint and Cooper at Colony. I want to shout out Michael at Dan's. I want to shout out Drake at Dead Crow. Scott Town for helping me out with Etney Shoes. Space Brace, thank you, Michael Gray. Appreciate that. Raw Superfoods, Joey Mata and John Mata. I love those dudes. There's a list. Sometimes I have a brain fart.
That's okay. There's a lot.
Yeah. Anyone that's supporting me sponsor-wise, thank you so much. I'm beyond grateful for the love and support, the ongoing support. Thank you to my amazing fiance for putting up with me, following me around, filming me. Thank you to everybody else that enjoys what I do and everybody else that pushes me. And huge, huge, huge thanks to my dad. You know, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be the human I am today, the bike rider I am today. And massive shout out to him. That's like the biggest shout out for sure. And I know he's like super psyched watching over and keeping a tab on me, but you know, if I'm missing out on any shout outs right now, my apologies, but thank you to everybody that shows me ongoing love, the support, the follows, you know, everything. It's all greatly appreciated.
You're a good dude,
Yeah,
Joe
thank you,
Battaglia.
man.
Check
You're
him
a great
out.
dude. Much love.
Check him out. Subscribe here if you haven't. And
Yeah,
Joe's
definitely,
awesome.
Definitely subscribe and like. Brant's the man, and I love what he does. On a bike, off a bike, great human being.
Thanks, Joe.
Yay!
Can you do the thing at the end of my videos where on the camera?